All right, how you guys doing? This is going to be a very short video because mainly I'd prefer doing the live shows, especially on weekends like this. We have IRP for the trucks, and then both the Xfinity Series and Cup Series are at the Indianapolis Road Course. Speaking real fast, like I understand a lot of people are going to be wanting to like pool different data for different road courses and stuff like that. Look, to be honest, just look back at the last 9 races. Okay, look at the guys who are finishing up front. Look at where they're starting in those races. Look at where they're starting this week, what group they're in practice, although that really shouldn't matter. It's a road course. Like, groups aren't going to be that different in a road course. Not that drastically different, so that shouldn't be a concern. But, like, hey, guess what? The guys you want to target are the guys who have been fast at all these road courses, okay? Busher, basically a top 10 in every race he's been at. And we're looking at the next gen. Here, I'll show you the tracks that I'm actually pulling from. And we're just using good old racing reference. No reason to work harder. No reason to put in more time than you need to on a weekend like this. But these are the ones we're looking at. Austin, Sonoma. Somebody's calling me. I'll have to call them back in a second. Actually, here, let me pause this. All right, sorry about that. I have no clue what the point I was going to make was or what I was going to say and all that stuff. But, yeah, that's just how it is. I don't think we should work harder than this, honestly. I just don't believe the fucking road courses are worth that much time. I don't think it's worth, at least for me, I would much rather spend time focusing on preseason NFL, MLB, esports. Like, this is pretty much all you need, especially at Indy. But like, Watkins Glen is different, okay? I enjoy Watkins Glen. I think a lot of track history. You can look back at Watkins Glen, different skills. Like, when you look at road courses, the faster road courses certainly lean to a certain type of driver. The slower, tighter road courses lean to a certain type of driver. But with fucking Indy, like, we've had instances, but people just wrecking, people getting stupid, people getting wild and crazy on green, white, checkered starts, on starts getting towards the end of the race, on people dive bombing and stuff like that. Like, we're still gonna see stupid stuff, and so, like, does it really matter when we have everybody just taking each other out at the end of the Indianapolis road course anyway? Like, whatever. Anyway, these are the guys. Elliott's certainly up there. Is he going to win this weekend? Probably not. I mean, look, seriously, use this as a great thing. Have Buescher projected anywhere from probably 8th to 4th. McDowell, probably anywhere from 11th to 6th. Elliott, probably, I'd say, 12th to 6th, okay? Reddick, probably project him for anywhere from like 9th to 5th. AJ, pretty much top 5 or DNF. Chastain, pretty much project him for 8th. You know, it's really not that shocking or hard. Like, we should understand, like, where these guys are finishing and stuff. Like, if people show speed in practice, they show speed in qualifying, like start up front, they have a good chance of staying up there. You know, if they've shown us skill, they have a good chance of going through the field. Like that, these are the if these guys are starting towards the rear, okay, specifically these guys, they're showing us, 66% of the time they're going to finish in the top 10. You know, pretty much half the time these guys are going to finish in the top 10. You know, a third of the time these guys are going to finish there. So like that's what we're using. Come on now. Really, we just need the qualifying order to really make the not really make our decisions, but clearly get projections done. So there's just no point in running pre-practice, pre-qualifying rankings. Like, that stuff's just dumb and a waste of time. Like, why does that matter? So anyway, that's that's the Larry approach to the Indy Road Course on the Cup side. Hey, let's do the exact same thing for the Xfinity Series. All right, let's just say we don't even need 10. We use 8 because not the whole field is there anyway. Let's just see how the Xfinity Series guys do on the road courses. Hey, guess what? AJ is a pretty good guy at the road courses. Now, I forgot exactly what this is sorted by. Might be, I think it's total points. But that's including stages and stuff. I like looking at top 10s. I think that's a great middle ground because you pretty much need your guys to finish top 10, regardless of where they're at, regardless of where they're starting. AJ, we all know the story. Either going to win the race or just have a bitch fit in the car. That's just how it is. Allgaier's a good car. Sam Mayer's consistent. Austin Hill's consistent. Austin Hill, as we've talked about, it's pretty much a top 4 car in top 4 driver pretty much across the board. Has tremendous talent. Josh Berry, Herbst, Ty Gibbs, Kligerman, Gralla. I don't even know if Ty Gibbs is running, but hey, there he is. Sheldon Creed, Brandon Jones. So when Brandon Jones starts, 29th again because he can't qualify. When Hemrick qualifies terrible and these guys start in the back, because Brandon Jones just cannot qualify to save his life. Hemrick is not drastically the same way. I think I'm just thinking back at Mid-Ohio. But, come on, guys. It's road course racing. Let's not just don't waste your days. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your hours digging into the stuff. There's no real, at least in my opinion, there's nothing that you're going to, there's no stats. There's no things related to road courses that is worth putting in 3-5. Who is messaging me? What is going on here? There's no. That's something I was going to say. There's nothing in my eyes that's worth putting in 4 or 5 hours of research for these races. It's literally just, hey, let's just see how these guys are running and go on from there. Because road courses are pretty dumb. Finishing position is everything. Then place differential. Depending on what happens with your lap leader, all the laps led can be wiped out. Fast laps, depending on how many yellows there are pretty null and void. They're pretty gone. So it's really just based off of where these guys are starting and their finishing positions that you project them for, and combine that with where they fit in value, and there you are. The race that is a bit exciting is IRP for the Truck Series. We can very easily, or we can quickly go look at those guys real fast. My bad. Let me go here. I mainly just want to look at these last races. So Richmond should be what I would do is use Richmond as primarily the reference point. Last track they went through. Recent. I would look at Gateway as well. Oops. I'd look at Gateway. Hello. Because I want to see who was able to get through, who was able to carry speed in the corners. IRP is pretty much a circular track, which not every racetrack is. But you need to be able to flow through the corners. And specifically turn 3 and 4 Gateway is a great indicator of that. In North Wilkesboro, however, you have tire wear, you have the you're going uphill down the straightaway. I'm pretty sure you're going uphill down the front straightaway. Downhill down the back straightaway. Could be the other way around. Don't really remember. Doesn't even matter really. These are the 2 races we're looking at. So we're looking at Richmond, we're looking at Gateway, and we're looking at North Wilkesboro. Okay, who was fast at Gateway? Who had the best car? It was Majeski. Okay, who had the best car? Who was able to get through the field? Who was able to pass people? Who was able, despite what practice and qualifying may have shown us, when we get long green flag runs, especially in the Truck Series, you can then see who had cars that could actually pass people. So Majeski, Hosevars, Sane Smith, Garcia, hey, Matt Mills in the Kyle Busch car. Is Jack Wood in this car this weekend? Don't know, don't care, I'm not concerned about it right now, but the 51 is going to be set up. Corey Heim's going to be fast. Nick Sanchez, Thor Sport, and GMS. 1 car, 19 car, Avekis. It's the usual suspects. Okay. Shout out to Haley Deegan. Actually have a pretty decent run there, but that's your top 15. Tanner Gray, everybody else. If you go back and look at this race, this is how many people we have left on the lead lap, and some people pitted. We have Ty Majeski staying out, but just look how slow from the top 4 to the top 12, to the top 15, to the top 20. This is a great indicator of where everybody is in terms of green flag speed. That's what it is. When we look at Gateway, hey, who was fast here? Yes, we're seeing some different guys here. This is a much faster track. It's not a 1-to-1 comparison, but I like looking at Gateway whenever we have the opportunity to use that as a place where I want to see who's carrying speed, who's carrying true speed, who's able to carry the high speed that we're carrying down these straightaways and the corners. For my rationale or my thinking, my train of thought is, whenever we would set cars up, you're not using any setup that's the exact same between Gateway and Richmond, but the same principles apply. If we can set up cars that carry speed through the corners and allow our driver to get a good drive off the corner at Gateway, we should be fairly decent at getting that done at Richmond. And then North Wilkesboro, yet again, same thing here. Larson just ran away with the fucking race. But yet again, Now, yes, we had a lot of yellows, specifically towards the end of this race. Like we had an average green flag run of basically nothing, specifically at the end of the race. But you can still see, go back and rewatch this, or just look at it real fast, the difference in terms of guys running up front, guys running from like 8 to 12, 12 to 15th. We're seeing just a huge drop off in terms of how quick these cars are and stuff like that. So when we're looking at this weekend at IRP, Majeski, Hocevar, I would say Nick Sanchez, probably Christian Eckes, Garcia, Corey Heim are probably my top 6 guys of like looking at an actual lap leader. And certainly those guys with the alpha place differential. When we're looking at the back half of the field, we got to remember in this race as well, we had everybody finish this race, which is very, you rarely see it happen in Truck Series, but this is yet again a great indication of where you're at. So we have the Reum cars. Slow. We have Reum and Young Motorsports. Slow. We have 22. Is that Steven guy back in this car? Is Outback sponsoring him with a motor? I doubt it. So we're seeing Reum, Young Motorsports in the back of the field. We're seeing Justin Carroll and the single car team in the 90 car right there as well. We're seeing that Ryan Vargas is complaining. Was it this one, Martinsville? I don't remember. He was complaining that they had top 15 speed in one of these races, and I don't believe you, Ryan. I just don't see it. Now, yes, Friesen was just slow, complete miss on their part in this race. But, like, this is how everything should be. You have, as I said, you have Reum, you have Young, you have the 90 car who's slightly faster. You have On Point, which, with a better driver, they could probably perform better. But you have Brett Holmes, which we've just seen. This is where he runs. We have the slower Nice car, the best Young Motorsports car, Dean Thompson, just Dean Thompson. And, like, unbelievable. Colby Howard right there, Timmy Hill right there, top 25 car, and then we have this is just where everybody falls into. This is a fantastic place if you want to see where all these cars are in terms of speed. That's just where they're at. And so, hey, guess what? If we have the 20 car starting 30th this weekend, you got to project for like 31st or 29th, somewhere around there with DNFs. Outside of that, we're not going to see these guys take gigantic PD swings up, so on and so forth. And that's really about it. Just a quick short video. I will see you guys in live shows this weekend for all 3 races, and I will looking forward to chatting DFS with you live in the streams. Thank you very much for listening to my stuff, and I'll see you guys then.